What up, y'all? Tina here. So, the Children of Blood and Bone cast has been announced. Loaded, stacked with talent, but not without controversy, like always. In this video, we'll talk about the history of this movie, the cast, and of course, the controversy. So, let's get into it. All right, let's get into the history of this film. This originally was supposed to be a Disney project. Actually, Fox, if we're being technical. Disney put it on the shelf too long. They did the same thing with Unstoppable with Anthony Robles. I'm gonna promote that movie every chance I get because this is me and Anthony back when it was with Disney going through distribution. So these two films were at Disney at the same time almost 10 years ago, and they both were left on the shelf in the closet somewhere, and now Amazon has Unstoppable and Paramount has Children of Blood and Bone. Now, Paramount offered the author, Tomi Adeyemi, a pretty solid deal for a young person. She got this book published when she was around like 23 or 24, hit New York Times bestseller, pretty big feat for a young kid. So she was able to negotiate getting executive producer credits on this project. She's also involved with the script, and she has a decent payment structure. It's okay. Should be more, but we'll see if this becomes a smash hit, and then maybe she can go in and renegotiate. I really wish Disney would have kept this because I feel like they have a larger than life machine to push product. They have more money to funnel into making something like this epic. Paramount is not bad, but honestly, if Disney didn't get it, in my opinion, this should have been an HBO series. There's so much that needs to be fleshed out, and HBO just would have done a great job with this. But we got a theatrical release. That's what Tomi wanted. It was in her contract when she was negotiating. She did not want this on streaming. I think this would have done well on HBO. But we're going to IMAX, so let's take a look at this crazy, insane cast. Long story short, what this book is about, Thuso Mbedu is magical. She's playing Zeli. The monarch pretty much has stripped magic away from her, everybody in the kingdom. So in this book, her brother, they're just running through trying to help their people get their magic back. This is pretty much like Black Panther, Game of Thrones, and Harry Potter just thrown in a pot and just mixed together. Now, it can get a little violent, okay? We're dealing with themes of oppression, religion, and classism. This is an African story told through the lens of Tomi, a first-generation Nigerian American. They not about to be walking around casting spells and holding hands and singing in harmony and happiness. It can get ruthless, which is also why I think it should have been an HBO TV show. But let's get into the cast. First off, director Gina Prince by the Wood. They really had to sell Gina on this because Gina be chilling. She don't really move for a lot. She like to stay in the house, but I'm happy she's leading the charge on this movie. I think she's going to do a great job. Thuso Mbedu, she's going to be the main character. Zeli, loved her in The Woman King. Bright future. She'll probably end up in Marvel or DC somewhere. Zeli is just running around saying, hey, yo, we got to get our magic back. This king has taken away our spirit. She is the star of this story. This is her movie. Tosin Cole is going to be playing Zane, Zeli's brother. Happy for him. These two will be good foils to each other. He's a little bit more calm. Zeli be popping off. He's a real older brother. He doesn't have the gift of magic, so he's just got to be like warrior style, big brother protector. Lashana Lynch has been cast as Jumok. Small role. I'm sure she's gonna kill it. She's the mother to Zeli and Zane, extremely powerful magic wielder. Viola Davis is gonna be Mama Agba. She kind of trains Zeli in the ways of magic. She's gonna be like a mother figure to her. Idris Elba is gonna be Lacan. He's also like an elder who's a magic wielder. He'll be helping Zeli out. He knows a lot about rituals and artifacts and stuff like that. Chiwetel Ejiofor is gonna be the king. He's gonna be damn good evil king. Wouldn't have been my first choice. I honestly probably would have flip-flopped him and Idris. Idris probably would have been my choice as king. But hey, we're going to rock out with Chiwetel. Idris would have been a dope evil king. But Chiwetel got it in him too. I can see where we going. His queen, Nahanda, is supposed to be Regina King. Now, the queen, she got a little Cersei Lannister in her. This will allow Regina to flex her muscles a little bit because I don't think we've ever seen her as a villain. So I'm interested to see how she pulls this off. The trades say that this deal isn't closed yet. They're still in negotiations, but the author said this is a done deal. So I'm pretty sure Regina's going to sign on for this. Yeah, how can you say no? Now, Damson Idris, he's going to be Prince Anan, love interest with Zeli. Complicated love interest is what I'll say. He's loyal to his father. He's not with that magic stuff. He hates magic until he meets someone who's magical. Amanda Steinburn is Princess Amari. She's gonna be the sister to Prince Amon. She ain't with all this evil stuff that her mama and daddy and brother be on, so she gonna be willing to rock out with Zelly. Now, Cynthia Erivo, she is booked and busy. Love to see it. She's gonna be Admiral Kaya. Ayo, Cynthia about to eat this role. Admiral is an enforcer for the king. Now, Cynthia, she's only like 5'1". Do you know how much larger than life she's gonna have to ooze out for this role? I want to see it. Yeah, I want to see Cynthia really be evil because they not letting her be evil and wicked. This is where she can really kind of, be a little stern, She can really flex too. Now, Bucky Bakre is in talks to play Binta. That's the princess's friend, servant. She's vital to the princess's story arc. So the cast mass stacked. I don't know what happened with John Boyega. He was supposed to be in this film. If it does well, there's going to be a part 2 and 3. Maybe he shows up there. I don't know what happened with Boyega. He was definitely in this cast. Something happened. But hey, I hope this movie does well. I know everybody took a pay cut to do this. None of these people are getting paid what they should. So we got to support this. The heavy hitters in the film is doing this for the culture. They're doing this for the love of the story. They're doing this because they respect this author and director. Because to garner this much talent, there has to be pay cuts. You think Viola and Idris ain't asking for the most money, and they're probably gracefully taking humongous pay cuts the same way as the people did in Black Panther to make this magical story come to theaters. So I'm down with this cast. I think every single person they picked is really passionate about this story. But let's get to the controversy. Drama, drama, drama. Now, my brothers and sisters from the continent are pretty mad that not more homegrown Nigerian people are cast in major roles. They're being relegated to smaller background roles. I feel y'all pain. I do. But this is Hollywood. Unfortunately, they got to sell this movie. So they're filling this up with stars. Thuso is straight from the motherland, okay? She's a homegrown one. Damson, Lashana, and Cynthia, they closer to the motherland than they are to being American. I've also seen complaints that Americans can never get the accents right. We can't, okay? We can't get them right. So Viola and Regina, they probably ain't gonna nail the accents, y'all. We don't have the accents. They took us from the motherland, and we never gonna get y'all accents right. So y'all just work with us, baby. We can't help it that we can't pull off the Yoruba accent. It's not our fault. We got colonized. Now, Amanda as the princess, colorism. I hear y'all. I really do. And this is why I always say sometimes people get too connected to the source material because it's not going to always translate to TV and movies the same. This was not a Hollywood decision. I don't think any white executives came in and said, y'all got to have a light-skinned person on this team. I really think this was solely based off of Tomi and Gina's decision. If the creator of this book, who is the executive producer / script writer, signed off on this, it's not really much nobody can say or do. This film is just not going to be like the book. There are things they're going to change. So if you love the book and expect the book to show up on the IMAX screen the same way, just hold the book close. Things are going to change. Just go read the book and sleep with the book because it's not going to be what you see on TV. This is coming from someone who's read a lot of books that's been translated to the screen. It never translates the same. It's going to be different. This book can get violent at times. I don't know if it's going to be that violent on the movie screen. This book can get heavy at times. I don't know if it's going to be that heavy. So being upset about Amanda, you have the right to voice your opinion. I'm sure they've weighed the pros and cons with this decision, and this is kind of what we are rocking out with. As time goes on, I'm sure we're going to figure out why her struggle is probably going to be slightly different than how it's portrayed in the book. That's all I can say. All in all, I'm going in with an open mind. The cast is talented. Gina is a great director. I hope they give them a decent budget because she made The Woman King feel epic on a pretty mid-level budget. I think if y'all give Gina about 100 to 125, matter of fact, I think if y'all give Gina 100 million with this story, she can shake some stuff up. Yeah. I think we can make this work with 100 to 115. Don't give her $50 million and expect her to turn this into what y'all need it to be. I hope Paramount is giving her some money to work with. But hey, yo, how do y'all feel about the cast? Leave your comments below. Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace.